take the Porsche out to go get quickly washed and put the Insta360 camera on the back. So I got the suction cup mounts, I got the Insta360 in the pouch, and then we'll give it a shot and how it works. So hopefully it doesn't fly off. So let's go for a little car wash. Usually I wash the car at home, but I'm a little tired, so I'm just gonna go through that touchless car wash. In a blue moon, it kind of helps just to go through it, just to keep the car clean. So let's get that done, and then let's get this Insta360 mounted. All right, gonna get this car washed quickly. Then we're gonna go to a friend's house to go pick up his car. He's taking his Lambo out, and we'll put this on at that time. Oh, music turned on. But yeah, so we're gonna go for a little drive, a little bit of a rip, and hopefully, as I said, this camera stays on because I have no idea, but it should be okay. It's 10.5 degrees today. So the instructions said that the operating temperatures for this camera are between 0 and 40 degrees Celsius. So if the instructions say 0 to 40 and it's 9.5, 10, I mean, I think it's okay. It works better than -2, -3, which has been the case last like 2-3 weeks. So let's see what happens. All right, guys. I usually don't take this car to the car wash, but there was no choice. It was so dirty, as I said, so might as well. Better than having it too dirty all the time. It's hard with this damn transmission as well to keep the car rolling really slow, but it's fine. All right, homies, I got the gap cam on there. I'm just at my friend's house. I'm not gonna show his house or anything like that, but I'm gonna put the camera on, and yeah, just put the suction cup on there. It should be pretty sturdy. It looks pretty sturdy, so let's see how it goes. not gonna lie, this is a little bit nerve-wracking. The thing is like shaking up and down quite a bit, so let's see what happens. My boy's in the back with his Lambo. If this camera falls off, it's going straight to his Lambo. Whew. So far it hasn't fallen off. We've gone pretty fast. I would say 100 kilometers an hour, and we're okay. Some guy in a Golf is following us because he sees the gap cam. It's so funny, bro. Oh my god, he's loving it. He's enjoying it more than us. But yeah, this camera is holding on. I didn't have that many hopes at the speeds at 100 kilometers an hour we just hit. Ah man, so I screwed up. I think when I was trying to sync it with the phone on the highway, I turned the camera off, but there was an uncle in a white GTI. We thought it was a random like kid, and then he comes up to the side and he's like an old uncle just chasing us at 100 kilometers an hour, just giving us a thumbs up. It was so funny. If I have that footage on camera, it's gonna be funny. If I don't, then you guys know. But yeah, I turned it back on. I pulled over because yeah, it came off, man. I mean, sorry, it turned off. So I think I tried to sync the app and it turned it off. Kind of disappointing. Back roads type of cruise, so I don't really have to worry about that camera. It's gonna record what it's gonna record anyways, and then, so yeah, I can concentrate on vlogging and just kind of thing. And I have another setup here for interior, so yeah. My friends are excited today too. He's ripping on the Huracan. He finally pulled it out today. It was a first 11-degree day in Canada after a little while, man. Like it's been a crazy winter, but the snow's all gone. We're in the back roads now. The only thing about the back roads in the beginning of the season is you got to be super careful here, because a lot of cops, they take advantage of the car season starting and people being excited, and they issue a lot of front plate tickets, tint tickets, you could say like just modification tickets. So it's always in the beginning of the season they catch you for stunting. It's usually because they know that people are excited. So that's the I guess the negative side of having too many cars during the beginning of the season. But usually in the beginning of the season I keep 1 or 2 cars with me for cruises, and then as I go on during the season I add on. Okay, so we have a problem. I think this is the original GT3 battery. Why? Because when I came home, the car on the driveway, what happened was I tried to turn it on and things started flickering. A bunch of error codes came up and whatnot. So I believe this is the original battery. So what I did was I picked up a different battery today. The same battery, it takes an H6, the 911 GT3s. I picked up a brand new one. We're gonna switch it out because unfortunately it's throwing codes. Throwing a funny code is a heated steering wheel code, which this car doesn't even come with a heated steering wheel. So and then the engine light came on. It's just because the modules are not able to receive the information on time because the battery is too low, right? So this battery needs to be changed. So what I need to do is I need to remove these two screws, just this little bar over here. And once this bar and screw is removed, I can just take that battery out by disconnecting the terminal. So it shouldn't be too difficult, but again, I'm gonna take my time and do this, and we'll go from there. All right, so this has a tire inflator in there, and this cover just comes off from right here with 3 little bolts. And then I can access this bolt right here, and 2 bolts for the plates at the side, and I can get this battery out. Gotta keep this terminal port connected. Yeah, but whew. So I got the battery out. The battery is out. I'm gonna put the new battery in. It's in the C63, and we'll be right back. All right, so the GT3 takes this battery. It's a H6 battery. It's smaller than an H8, and the reason it takes this is because of the size and weight saving. So you can do an H8, but you have to code for a larger battery, otherwise the alternator is not going to charge the battery. Got it from Canadian Tire, and they give you $20 back when you bring your other battery in. So yeah, it's all good. I'm gonna put this back in. Whew. A little tiring, but it's okay. I got the bracket in there. I don't know if you guys can see on this camera. So I gotta put the bracket back on, and that back on right there for the pump. But I got the battery in, and that's the hole that I chose, the second hole from the thing. So the battery could have some space on this side for the wiring as well. All right, I'm gonna attempt to start the car, and you see it's at 12.2 volts. Mine was at like 11 point something, so it didn't have any cranking power. So now I got an engine light, a fault engine control possible. That I have to get cleared because when I was putting the battery on before, when I was driving with the battery and I started the car without the battery, it triggered the code. So that's unfortunate. 0.6, and it's fully charged. So battery makes a big difference on this car. Before it was showing like 13 or 12 and a half. So yeah, I'm gonna go for a little drive after. Apparently after a couple of cycles it's supposed to go away, so we'll see, and I'll go get a little drive in, but I'm gonna put the bracket in first. All right, so last time I unplugged the battery, another issue I had was to reset the windows. So I'm gonna do that quickly as well. One thing I'll give ChatGPT credit for is the fact that it tells you so much stuff. So to reset the window, I need to turn the ignition on, fully lower the windows using the switch. Once it's all down, keep holding the switch down for 5 seconds and fully raise them up, and it should reset them up. So let's do that. So let's do this, put it on. There we go. So it says to lower the windows using the switch. Okay. One second. So lower the windows using the switch. Keep holding 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi. All right, and then I just raise them up, and it should lower a tiny bit. There we go, because the door is open. All right, the window's reset. I'm gonna quickly go take the car for a drive and see if it soft clears the engine code. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to go to TAN and get it sorted out there. What the trusty ChatGPT is saying is that the voltage is good. The engine light, I need to drive the car for a couple cycles. about 30 minutes stop and go traffic, highway and whatnot, and if it was a voltage issue, which I know it was, then the light should go away automatically. But if it doesn't go away automatically after a couple of drives, I will take the car in for clearing the codes and then get it fixed. Unfortunately, it's just a thing, and now my window isn't actually auto going down either, so I gotta reset that. But I was able to reset it. But yeah, it's a little bit pain when you take the battery out of these cars. They get so finicky. It's super annoying, to be honest. A long weekend, meeting up with some of the guys, with some of the exotics. They finally pulled out at one of the gas stations near our house. And yeah guys, first maybe cruise, first meetup. I'm not sure what it will be because the weather is going straight from 19 to like 12 degrees today, but let's see who pulls up today. Let's see who's out. People are slowly bringing their cars out in the insurance, so once that's fully on, I'm charging like a 360 because I was out for a little drive before, and then I'm just meeting up with these guys, so 360 needs to be charged. Alright guys, it's really windy today, so I don't know what's gonna happen with in terms of footage. We'll see what happens on that end. We're going back end from this side. Get crazy with these guys, I already know. I don't know where Afan is taking us, but oh, it's actually Amin. That's so funny. I thought it was Afan driving the whole time. There we go. So you're saying that the V12 Lambos are having issues today?
That's got the exhaust, yes.
What happened, Jelly? What did Jelly do? Jelly, you put in the wrong gear? You put reverse? Reverse? Jelly put reverse flames. Jelly, it's okay, bro.
But yo,
Khalsa Orange deserves to be cooled down. It's an Aventador problem, buddy. It's
bro,
okay.
I know, man.
That's one, no problem.
No, I know. It's, yo, bro, the slow traffic is like these, man. Yeah. All the rallies, it's the same shit, man. Hey, sir, what do you do for a living?
Unemployed.
Oh, shit, okay. We're in the same boat then. Your car's fans are running like crazy, though.
It's not even that hot, surprisingly.
You're hot, don't worry, it's okay. These guys are lined up, fully lined up here. Alright. So the one thing about being behind an Aventador is they throw up so many damn rocks. Oh my god, I'm gonna have to replace the front PPF next year. Benji! They just throwing up all these rocks. We're on a back road cruise right now, so there's a lot of gravel still on the roads. So because of that, it's just kind of a little difficult to, you know, not get rock chips. But yeah, whatever. It is what we have PPF. Yeah, the engine is really sharp. It's a nice color. Is that a wrap or a paint? Sorry? Is that a wrap or paint? Yeah. Nice, man. It's probably the nicest Huracan I've seen around.
Different, right?
No, it's beautiful, man. Okay, it's beautiful. Yeah, no, dude, that color is even the rims. Oh man, beautiful. Oh, E6 Canal, right? Ah, nice. He's one of our friends. Yeah. Beautiful. See ya. Yeah, bro, it looks beautiful, man. Oh my god, I might make a little video. Ah, there you go.
That's how you make new friends.
That's it, man. Yo, Canal did the rims on that car. We're back. We got a battery.
Hello.
Yeah.
We gotta get rid of the car this week. This week, the season.
That is probably the nicest Huracan I've ever seen in Toronto, I think. What have you seen anything better?
No.
Besides rollbacks and clapbacks? Not taking shots at anybody.
This is how this year is about to be.
But no, that's a nice car, bro. Rims are really nicely done.
Beautiful.
Yeah, this is the lineup for today, guys. Sorry, it was just so pure chaotic before, but
Bro, the pizza here is bomb.
yo, where's this pizza
Hi,
from?
bro.
Tell me.
Pizza Nova.
Where?
Pizza Nova.
Yo, we came to see Philip.
This guy, we came to St. Philip's and got a pizza, bro. Oh man, the fun, bro. We'll be back. We'll be coming. I'm gonna make a little video, yo. Is that a Z06 or a Stingray? Okay, very nice. That's nice, bro. What year is that?
19?
19. Nice.
It's a 0-1.
No, not this.
Remember when I made a cameo? Remember when I made a cameo of you in Bovan's video? Nice. All right, it's beautiful. Where's the fun? Where's the fun? Pizza's here.
I already had my pizza.
Yeah, but you still want one of these?
Pizza King.
What are the veggies?
Come on.
They don't have good veggies there.
You want one more?
No.
There you
I
go.
don't know if it's cold or something.
What type of pizza is it?
It is here.
Meat lover.
Meat lover. Oh.
Here's right. I want this one. Chocolate.
Chocolate. Going to eat.
What only problem?
There's a problem with these guys, bro. They pick up food like this. And they got food there.
Boss, was eating pizza?
This guy already ate, no? Alright, now we're headed home. And then that's the day. Today, maybe in the evening, I might catch up with these guys later. But I got duties to go home. Once I go home, try to catch on things. Nice Z06 right there. We got some premium parking, you know. Pizza was pretty fire.